Greetings and hello from the Singularity field. Have you ever asked those very big questions regarding life, like, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? And if you're like most of us, you probably have asked these questions without answer, unfortunately. That, hopefully, is until today. Because what I'm going to try to do is to answer those questions for you with information which has been based on some startling new discoveries. Since research has been carried out at the subatomic level, there has been some fantastic new discoveries that have been made in quantum mechanics, which can really shake up what is considered to be, or what is thought to be, normal thinking. At the very smallest, fundamental level of everything, there is energy. This is Planck's scale, if you know about quantum mechanics. And this level has been called superstring field, or the unified field. We call it the singularity field due to the fact that it is one entity. So, everything in the universe is made up of these basic building blocks, made up of this basic building block. If you've ever heard of the double slit experiment, which you can look for right here on YouTube, just type in double slit experiment, then you will see, or you will be aware, that when particles are observed, they change behavior. Their behavior change. This means that consciousness has an effect on particles. Lots of people have been aware of this. But now, with the singularity field, we know why. This means that those particles which are effectively balls of energy are actually little balls of potential, right up until the moment that consciousness has an effect on them. As everything is made up of particles, little balls of energy, it means, or it follows, that our consciousness can have an effect on those particles contained in anything. When we go down to the level of the singularity field, we find an ocean of timeless potentials. And what this means to us human beings is this: every person, every animal, every plant, every molecule in the universe is part of this singular entity, this singularity field. It means that we are not individual at all. It means that we all share a common bond. This root from where we spring into life and consciousness, it means that you and I are one. We are like blades of grass in a universal field, and are in fact part of the same entity. Our consciousness, facilitated by our brain, which is made up of particles, is part of the singularity field, which means that our consciousness is shared consciousness, coming from the same place. As part of this entity, we have two purposes in what we consider, or our perception is to be, life. And they both require no external effort because they are ingrained in our soul. They are part of us. And the first one is to employ all of our senses and therefore feed back the information that we are gaining via those senses. And the second is to reproduce, to continue the species, to grow the species, to enable more feedback via the five senses of the billions of people Now, the fact that we have a superb brain, and the fact that we are different from the other animals on our planet, at least, means that the information that we're feeding back has additional emotion attached, has additional intellect attached. And the Singularity, I believe, is feeding off of this. Now, you do not need belief, because whether you believe or not, you're talking to it right now. And it's talking back in terms of emotions, in terms of feelings. Think about some things that people do in order to make contact with their higher self. They meditate, they pray, they close their eyes and go inside. So, is this Singularity field God? Well, we think so. We think it might be. Because the Singularity field is an almighty, omnipresent entity that the universe came from. Why not come and debate this at quantumman.org? Hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks for listening.